Okay, I'm not sure why it didn't go live, but I'm taking it back. We've got 4 people waiting, so just join me. Still said 10:45. Right, why has it not gone live? Ah, something's happening. Or is that because I'm live then? Restream. Okay, guys, I'm not sure what's going on. So I've got to take the channel off and put it back on because it didn't go live. It's unusual, so I'm going to. Okay, guys, I think I know what happened. I think I know why it went wrong. So we're going to have to do it ourselves, basically. So let me bring up the program again, and we will tap with Brad together. Okay. Sorry, it didn't go on. So now we are going to do the session together. I think it's because only left now 1 minute to stream. 1 minute for the stream. Have to give it 5 minutes. Okay. Right. Right, okay. Right, so we're here now. Right, didn't go on, but we're here. We're going to do the tapping with Brad together. Okay? Let's see what happens. Let's go. Let's go, guys.
I refuse to be paid because I want to have this, you know, this sort of aesthetic thing. But
program another one for you.
But close your eyes. Let's just go into this. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Just follow your breath through your body. Just allow yourself to be centered and grounded. And I want you to imagine yourself having a certain amount of money, more than what you allow. Allow yourself to imagine yourself having a certain level of financial abundance. Something that you sometimes might entertain the thought of, oh, hey, wouldn't it be great if? But then you quickly shut that down and say, no, I shouldn't have that. So imagine yourself having this money. Imagine yourself even monetizing your work, people paying for what you do, and say, it's okay for the money to come in.
It's okay for the money to come in.
And just let that rattle around inside and notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how true that is. If you're saying it's a 10, I'm going to say check again.
Very well, actually, because of the lockdown as well, and everything that's coming up in our world, there seems to be a lot of resistance to money. Yeah.
And this is the thing, the extent to which we do not have, what we say we want, tends to be the extent to which we are resisting it. If you do not have the money that you want, it is because part of you is resisting it. So let's clear that, shall we? And if you don't have a resistance to money and you're watching this, you can think of something else you might have a resistance to. It's all right.
Okay, thanks.
Even though part of me resists money,
even though part of me resists money,
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though part of me really resists more money.
Even though part of me really resists more money.
I choose to love and honor myself anyway.
I choose to love and honor myself anyway.
Even though part of me is really resistant to money.
Even though part of me is really resistant to money.
And I don't allow myself to find ways to allow more money.
I don't find ways to allow myself to allow more money.
I find more ways to block money.
I find more ways to block money.
And to get rid of it.
And to get rid of it.
Not because I'm bad or stupid.
Not because I'm bad or stupid.
But because I have old programming.
Because I have old programming.
Telling me that I should resist money.
Telling me that I should resist money.
And even though I have this resistance to money.
And even though
I have resistance to money.
I choose to deeply and completely.
I choose deeply and completely
love, honor, and accept myself.
Love, honor, and accept myself.
And maybe anyone else who taught me to resist money.
And maybe anyone else who taught me to resist money.
All this resistance to 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 money.
Part of me pushes it away.
Part of me pushes it away.
I say I'd like to have more.
I say I'd like to have more.
I say I'd like to have more.
But if someone watched my behavior,
But if someone watched my behavior,
would they believe that I'm someone who wants money?
would they believe that I am someone that wants money?
Or would they believe I'm someone who wants to get rid of it?
Or would they say I'm someone that wants to get rid of it?
Someone who wants to avoid it.
Someone that wants to avoid it.
If I'm always giving things away,
If I'm always giving things away,
not allowing myself to be paid,
not allowing myself to be paid,
I'm really limiting my life.
I'm really limiting my life.
And even the Bible says,
And even the Bible says,
a man is worthy of his hire.
a man is worthy of his hire.
So if the Bible says it's okay to get paid,
If
If the Bible says it's okay to be paid,
why am I resisting it?
why am I resisting it?
All this resistance to money.
All this resistance to money.
Maybe I believe the old saying
Maybe I believe the old saying
that money is the root of all evil.
that money is the root of all evil.
And that's why I should avoid it.
And that's
why I should avoid it.
Except that's not what the quote actually says.
Except that's not what the quote actually says.
It says the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil.
It says the love of money is the root of all evil.
All kinds of evil.
All kinds of evil.
So it's not even all evil.
So it's not even all evil.
People have totally messed that one up.
People have totally messed that one up. This is for
It
self-esteem.
says don't be greedy.
It says don't be greedy.
People have misused the desire for money.
People have misused the desire for money.
It doesn't mean that a desire for money is wrong,
It doesn't mean the desire for money is
because there's a
wrong,
lot of good that I can do with money.
because there's a lot of good that I could do with money.
My lack of money doesn't help anyone,
My lack of money doesn't help anyone.
and I choose to clear any belief
I choose
I choose to clear any
that
belief
my lack of money makes me more spiritual,
that my lack of money makes me more spiritual.
because spirit is extremely abundant.
Because spirit is extremely abundant.
When I look at nature,
When I
When I look at nature,
trees don't have just one or two leaves.
trees don't have just one or two leaves.
An ocean doesn't have just one or two drops of water.
An ocean doesn't have just one or two drops of water.
I can look at so many things in nature,
I can
I can look at so many things in nature.
and it is so freaking abundant.
And it's so freaking abundant.
Spirit is abundance.
Spirit is abundance.
So when I walk down the street
So when I walk down the street
and I see a tree,
and
and I see a tree,
I don't cover my eyes and say I should only see a few leaves.
I don't cover my eyes and say I should only see a few leaves.
Oh, that's too much abundance.
Oh, that's too much abundance.
But that tree is made up of energy,
That tree is made up of energy,
just like money.
just like money.
I don't have to block myself from it.
I
I don't have to block myself from it.
But just like I don't take down a branch and hit somebody with it,
But just so I don't take down a branch and hit someone with it,
I can enjoy the abundance without misusing it.
I can enjoy the abundance without misusing it.
Same with money.
The same with money.
I'm clearing this resistance to money,
Clearing this resistance to money.
clearing this belief that I need to resist money,
Clearing this belief that I need to resist
money.
money.
clearing this belief that I can't possibly make more money,
Clearing this belief that I can't possibly make more money
because I have gifts and talents to share,
because I have gifts and talents to share,
and those have value.
and those have value.
There are people out there
There
There are people out there
making a lot of money,
making a lot of money,
doing things less valuable than what I offer.
doing things less valuable than what I offer.
There's nothing wrong with me being paid,
There's nothing wrong with me being paid,
and there are a lot of ways I can earn money.
and there's a lot of ways I can earn money.
I just have to allow myself to know that's okay.
I just have to allow myself to know that's okay.
I can think outside the box
I can think outside the box
and allow money to show up.
and
and
allow
allow
money
money
to
to
show
show
up.
up.
It's okay for money to show up.
It's okay for money to show up.
All these reasons why I thought it was wrong.
all these reasons why I thought it was wrong.
Are misunderstandings.
Are misunderstandings.
And I'm giving myself permission to look at those
I've given myself permission to look at those
and reconsider them.
And
reconsider them.
Is it wrong to have more money?
Is it wrong to have more money?
Who does that hurt?
Who does that hurt?
And if I want to be able to reach more people,
And if
And
I
if I
want
want
to be able to reach more people,
I can make more money on one side,
I can make more money on one side,
so I can give more away on the other side.
so I can give away more money on the other side.
I'm allowing myself to be okay with having more money,
I'm
allow
allowing
myself to be okay with having more money.
making peace with money in body, mind, and spirit.
making peace with money in body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. And close your eyes and allow yourself to go inside again and think again about having that level of money, having more money, and say, it's okay to have this.
It's okay to have this.
And hopefully that feels more true.
That's beautiful. I never thought about it. Where do you get your ideas from? I mean, they just come to you. Have you read about them, like saying things like the ocean has so many waves and the trees have so many leaves? Do you did you create all this yourself, or?
Well, as I think most spiritual practitioners will say, it comes through us, not from us. So when I'm tapping, I'm just open. Now, obviously, I bring in certain ideas that I have learned from certain places, like understanding that the quote is not the root of that money is the root of all evil. That it's actually the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, which is a totally different statement. And so there are certain things that I bring in that I've read in books or heard in lectures or whatever it is, different things that I've learned. But a lot of it just comes through me. That's
Happiness. So how do people get in touch with you, Brad?
the easiest way is, I'm all over the internet. Go Tap with Brad on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. On my website is tapwithbrad.com. Just make it simple. And as I said, there's over 900 videos on YouTube.
Wow.
And
yeah. Everything. There's a video for
whatever's bothering you, there's a tap for that.
This is amazing. Okay, just before we go, can you tell us a little bit about the photographs behind you?
Yes.
The famous actors. I thought I saw Diana Durbin there somewhere.
No, not Diana Durbin. So
I'm going to.
First one, middle one, the first one, and then so that's my Aunt Margaret Lindsay.
Right.
She was a movie star back in mainly the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Next to her is a good friend James Cagney.
Oh wow! Okay.
And then the next two are all.
I'm going to see if this is the right promo. You should be like really quick. The one I just did.
Oh no! I refuse to be paid because I want to have this, this sort of aesthetic thing. But
11:11 on the clock. Twin flames.
Close your eyes. Let's just go into this. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Just follow your breath through your body. Just allow yourself to be centered and grounded.
I'm wondering if this is the right one. I don't think
and
so.
I want you to imagine yourself having
it's not the right one.
a certain amount of money, more than what you allow.
Why can't I find
Allow
the
yourself
latest
to
promo I just
imagine
did?
yourself having a certain level of financial abundance. Something that you sometimes might entertain the thought of, oh, hey, wouldn't it be great if? But then you quickly shut that down and say, no, I shouldn't have that. So imagine yourself having this money. Imagine yourself even monetizing your work, people paying for what you do, and say, it's okay for the money to come in.
It's okay for the money to come in.
And just let that rattle around inside, and notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how true that is. If you're saying it's a 10, I'm going to say check again.
Very well, actually, because of the lockdown as well, and everything that's coming up in our world.
Let's see if this is it. No, that one's not working. Anyway, let's leave Brad for a while and move on to the next program that's coming up at 12 o'clock here on Moving On TV. Okay, so first of all, I'll put the promo on for the next program that's coming up at 12 o'clock on Moving On TV, because I'm starting to get very, very tired now. So let's watch the promo and of the next program that's coming up at 12 o'clock on Moving On TV. Right, 12 p.m. we have daily shamanic pull. Right, so let's watch the promo as I'm introducing the people we've got on here and the wonderful work they're doing. Thank you. 12 o'clock, we've got Paul McDonald coming on. Now, I wish he was here so he could explain to you more about what he does and what his work entails. But there is a bit of an explanation before the program goes on at 12 o'clock. He does shamanic healing, meditation, using music, using the breath. And I can assure you that if you have got physical or emotional pain, and you will benefit. Okay, you will benefit. Right? Physical or emotional pain, you will benefit. Thank you. Okay, I'm not on here to be cute. I'm on here to be a messenger of God, love, to teach people to get well. Okay, so if you watch Paul's program at 12 o'clock, and believe me, I don't get paid anything for doing this or putting out this information for you. All I get is the satisfaction of knowing that you're getting well emotionally and physically. And so I tell you what I'm going to do. Well, it's not going on till 12. I'm going to put a little bit of his main interview on because I've got to go to the loo. Sorry, guys. But this is Paul McDonald, just a little bit. I'm going to put a bit of him in the front room in High Wycombe. This is the kind of teacher he is, and this is what he knows. He's very, very enlightened. Very, very enlightened. And if I were you, I would start to do some of the work that he's teaching you, because it comes from a different place. Okay, so let's watch him in the front room.
He's a little bit early, so he's not starting his talk till 2. But this is my pro. Paul McDonald from Positivity Centre. Say hi.
I know you.
And he's going to do a talk to you about the beautiful Positivity Centre in Burnham at about 2 o'clock. So hopefully we're going to have a few more people here. But you see, this is the thing, is we're doing this together. We're doing everything we can to send out the love and the compassion to you guys. and stay safe in a crazy world, aren't we, Paul?
Aye.
Woo! He's gonna sing! We did promise you entertainment. Wow, look at that. You look fantastic, everybody, come on.
Feel good.
Come on. Woo! Let's encourage it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Does everyone in here today feel good?
Yes!
I'm from, my name's Paul McDonald, and I'm from the Positivity Centre in Burnham, which I run with my lovely lady over there, Cecile. And,
There's the gorgeous family. There they
it's
are.
a centre, and it's all based around positivity and how you can make more of that positivity inside yourself. But positivity is an inside job. So what I want to do when I'm coming here today is to try and help people feel more positive, but be more positive in themselves. And the one way to do that, which I like concentrating on, is intuition. And with intuition, the only way to get to know your intuition is by getting to know yourself, by sitting with yourself. And some people find it hard. How do I sit there with myself? How do I get in a space to meditate? First of all, you literally just have to sit there. So I invite anyone who's interested, if they want to sit there and learn to become more intuitive, feel more intuitive, and this can help with anything to do with such things as public speaking, to do with such things as art, whatever it is you want to do in life. Intuition is a major key aspect to it, because your intuition allows you to bring through your gifts and what you are. Your intuition allows you to bring through the you, who you are, who you are here and meant to be. And everyone's here and supposed to be themselves as much as possible. You can't be anyone else as much as you can be you. And when you go to these seminars and these life coaches and they talk about they're the best at what they do, because you are the best at what you can do. No one is better than you at being you and what you do. So I can confidently get up here today with complete truth and say, I am the best at what I do. What you're going to get out of me today is the best of what I do. And what I'm good at is being intuitive. And my intuition is trying to lead me on to help other people be intuitive. And your intuition is yourself, is your everything that's good about you, everything that you're here to do, to work with and offer, is yourself, and what it is you've got in yourself, being that your intuition. So, the mind blank then. Right. So now I've had a bit of a mind blank, so I never see anything as a mistake, so it's now given me a chance to sit there and feel. Because there's no script. So I've just got to sit here and feel, because my intuition comes from a place of consciousness. Everyone is conscious, everyone is alive, everyone is aware of their being, everyone can feel that they're alive. For example, you've got Jesus Christ, all of these avatars, these figures that are trying to help people in life, these religious figures, they're all being themselves as much as possible. Buddha, Moses, all these I can't think of all the names, Guru Nanak from the Sikh religion, the man who discovered Tai Chi, all of them sat there and they went inside themselves and they found what was good for them. And then they shared it with other people, and then you take from them what resonates with you, not everything, just the bits that resonate with you, then your intuition tells you what resonates with you. Hence you're listening to your intuition, then you gather everything that you feel intuitively right for you, put it all together, and that makes up your own particular gifts. So you take from what you feel that you need to take from, and if they don't resonate with this because it's not meant for you. Does that make sense? So therefore, you're offering to the world yourself. And you are special. There's no mistake with you. The fact you're alive, the fact you exist, is a massive thing. Millions of people all over the world are here for a reason. You're here for a reason. Everyone's here for a reason. There's no point in not being you. When people say, don't be egotistical, be completely egotistical as much as possible, because your ego is here to be you and your ego as much as possible. That's how special you are, but knowing that's part of a higher grand scheme which uses and works for everyone. But you need to be you as much as possible and offer what you've got as much as possible. Because you exist. And it will almost be like sticking your fingers up at God if you're not you as much as possible. So it's okay, you can follow various religions, follow various belief systems, but you don't need to, because everything comes from the same consciousness. You come from the same universe, the same source, the same consciousness as Buddha, as Krishna, as Jesus, as all these Tai Chi masters, as Tony Robbins, as Eckhart Tolle, these great philosophers and life coaches. They sit there and they tap into the same source which you're part of. Therefore it's in you. Therefore everyone can do it. Therefore, all you need to do is sit and listen to yourself. So one thing I'd like everyone to do, whoever's interested, is just to sit there and not try and wipe out any thoughts, not try not thinking, but to sit there and feel you as much as possible. Feel your aliveness as much as possible. Feel your traits as much as possible. Feel your imagination as much as possible. Feel your personality as much as possible. Let all the thoughts come and go. Don't try and get rid of anything. In fact, all the negative stuff, love it. Because we don't want to suppress it, we don't want to separate it, we want to love it. Therefore you don't separate it, you merge it all together and you use it all. Even if you feel negative thoughts, don't try and dismiss them. Use all your negative thoughts and use them and feel them just as your being. Everything's made of everything. Everything's got a positive and a negative, but use it all and create with it all. If you can create with good, when you're just as a thought, when you're annoyed, when you get angry, you feel really tense, really anxious, but you feel lots of energy, and you almost feel like when people get in a rage, they get in a rage because there's a whirlwind of energy in you. Well, what would happen if you could focus that whirlwind of energy? You can really use that energy, really, really use it, and embrace it. Don't try and dismiss it, but use it. Feel that negativity in you, feel that everything that makes you negative, everything that makes you upset, everything that makes you annoyed, feel that alongside the positive stuff, because you can't just feel and be positive. Everyone knows that. You have to embrace both, but use it for a positive outcome. So feel as much as possible. And when you meditate, when people meditate, the more they meditate, the more all you're doing is when you meditate, you're becoming more aware of your feeling, of your being, of your consciousness. And the more you feel that, the more you feel everything. The more you're allowing your body to feel everything. And by doing that, you're tapping into all consciousness. And all consciousness has many different things going on, and you're going to feel all of that. Some days you wake up and think, why am I feeling rubbish? Because you're connected to everything in life, and sometimes you feel that. And the more you meditate, the more you become aware of consciousness and being, the more you're connected and feeling everything. But we need to feel it, and we need to hold it and give it space, and then we can use it. So feel everything in your entire being, especially the negative stuff. Feel it, let your body feel it as a whole, and whilst doing so, let your intuition, which gives you all your thoughts, your intuition, which gives you all your visions, all your ideals, all your dreams, but not from the head, from the place in your heart. Picture these things, visualize them, and then see them and feed that visual representation with all that energy in you, with all that rage, and use it. Because if we don't use it, it's just out there hanging around in the ether, where some depressed person picks up on it, uses it to create more problems or do some insidious act. This is a problem when people don't engage and feel and use that negative energy. When you just try to create love alone and positivity alone, you're separating oneness into duality. And when you concentrate on just one side of the coin, you're also strengthening and invigorating the other side. You imagine the two together, you've got negative, you've got positive, yin and yang. That's life. They're together, they're in balance. But when you just try and focus on one and repress the other, you separate them. This is the nature of duality. So you can create as much love and light and positivity as possible. But by doing that, you're also creating the opposite. Maybe not with you, but somewhere in the collective consciousness of the world, everything's connected. So you, by focusing on the signature energy of one aspect of life, you're strengthening the other side. Therefore, you're seeing in the planet at the moment loads of people very positive, loads of people doing lots of good stuff, lots of meditation, lots of brilliant things. But at the same time, they're also invigorating the polar opposite, which is there's lots of stabbings going on, lots of insidiousness, lots of schizophrenia, because people are trying to separate them. Fill them both, fill them together, use them, neutralise them. You don't have complete excitement, and then you don't have a complete drop that comes with the excitement. You just have this nice joyousness, which is in the heart. There's a difference. And it's important that we do this because we can't get away from it. Even if you want to sit here now and you're not interested in what I'm on about or what anyone's on about, if you don't believe in it, it's still going to affect you anyway. Either way, you're hypnotising people, you're being hypnotised, you're life coaching, everyone's coaching. It will either be negative, positive or whatever it is. We're all using people, we're all manipulating people, we're all some sort of energy vampire where we're trying to suck things from other people because we can't feel content in ourselves. And at the moment on this planet, there's a rising magnetic energy. Every now and again there's these fluctuations, there's these cycles. There's a man called, it's either Greg Braden or Greg Barden. He's Greg Braden. And this bloke, he dips his foot in both worlds. He dips his feet into complementary stuff, into holistic stuff, and he's also into his metaphysical science, and he's mainstream and alternative. And he was looking at about these scientists. They had some satellites out that they take an account of what's going on with the electromagnetic energy of the planet. And they found out that there's a peak that happened in I can't remember the date, but they worked it out and they said there was a peak of electromagnetic energy. And this peak of electromagnetic energy happened at the time of 9/11. When 9/11 happened, that was obviously, everyone knows that it's not even a conspiracy, you can say that there was something happened, whoever done it for a negative reason, but due to the amount of people all over the world who were in shock and their heart opened in shock and in care, that actually raised the electromagnetic energy of the planet. So I'm going off the point a bit. Also, the same man, Greg Braden, have I got it right, Lauren?
Yeah, you have.
He's found out with a load of other scientists, they took a great big tube of ice out of the ground, and this tube of ice is showing the same cycles every few thousand years. So every now and again we get this raise in solar energy. Solar magnetic energy is life force. It's that invigorating electrical life force in us, and the more that raises, the more solar flares are hitting this planet, the more it invigorates and heightens everything, whether that be negative or positive. So it'd be great if we could invigorate. I'll speak anyway. It'd be great if you can invigorate them both together rather than separate. So you're seeing, as much as there's a lot of war going on, everything's heightened. You're noticing a lot of good stuff going on. You're noticing a lot of community stuff going on. You're noticing a lot of war happening. You're noticing a lot of political stuff going on. A lot of economic stuff changing. These massive rises and falls. But also at the same time, there's lots of big changes, lots of shifts, lots of what's the word? Lots of new inventions, lots of new philosophies, not new philosophies, but lots of brainstorming. This is because absolutely everything is heightened because of electromagnetic energy from the sun. So we're really in a time where we really do need to sit with ourselves and allow our intuition from our heart come through rather than the disimbalances in our head. And the disimbalances in our head come through when we're being too stimulated. when we're on phones too much, when we're on laptops too much, because it's that quick fix stimulation that's stimulating, I don't quite know the chemicals, but it's these quick fix stimuli which is used for marketing reasons. It's purely for marketing, for some rich dudes to make money who's in that side, you know, into that aspect of life. But it's caused a bit of a problem where it's causing everyone to be all over the place because we all just want that quick fix. Only just talking to my daughters about it today. It's in India they call it pranic energy, in Christianity they call it the Holy Ghost, or they call it, there's another word, they call it breath. Ruach, maybe, I can't pronounce it right. But it's all just energy. Ruach, yeah.
Ruach.
It's basically your life force energy, but different countries call it different things. But you've all got it, so you all just need to connect with that. I'm basically covering a few different things here, but my whole intention is to try and get people to be more intuitive. Either be sound, either free movement. Allow your body, when you sit there and just relax and you feel your body gives you what you need. You may need to shout. But there's nowhere we can go out and shout. A few years ago I was going through issues, I wanted to go out and scream. He said to me, I don't care, I did go out in the middle of the field and screamed. Yeah. This was at night and then I'd done it again. And I turned around and had to laugh because one of my neighbours was standing at the top of this hill. Thinking it was his nutcase. But then you don't feel like you can do it because if you do it, someone's going to think you're nuts, or some woman out walking their dog's going to think you're a crazy person. So we need somewhere where we can go and do that. There are positivity centres where I invite people to come and do that, where you can release. Because first you need to release all your conditioning, you need to release all of your rubbish, you need to release all them blockages, that the stuff you keep in where I can't be myself, I've got to follow what everyone else does, but I feel this is what I really want to do, this is how I really want to dress, this is what I really want to do, I want to go out and dance, I want to be a ballet singer, but oh, my dad doesn't want me to do that, my dad, you know, I need to do this masculine job, or a woman who, you know, everyone's under pressure of what society tells them they need to do, but we're creating problems and blockages in us, and us being connected to everyone else consciously, we're creating problems in the collective consciousness, which is creating even more bigger problems and making us more and more stuck. Creating problems energetically, emotionally, and everything affects everything else. So I invite anyone who wants to lose their stresses, who wants to relax more, who wants to let go, who wants to feel more inspired, who wants to be themselves, who wants to be more creative, who wants to be more of themselves in order to give other people permission to be more of themselves. And when you're being yourselves, as I said, you let yourself through, you let your intuitive gifts through, because you're here for a reason. You know, think of like how many planets had to collide, smash and be destroyed in order for you to be here now. How many people had to meet up, make love, have babies, die in order for you to be here now. That's how important and relevant you are to this life now. If you take you out of the picture, life cannot exist. It just can't, and you're here for a reason. So you might as well be you and that reason as much as possible. And that's not by following anything else, but following yourself. And by following yourself, you'll work in accordance with a higher consciousness that works through us all. If everyone listens to themselves, they'll all be still listening to that higher consciousness, energy, source that works through all of us. Because we all know that there's an energy in us, there's some consciousness, there's feeling. Activity Centre. .co.uk. It's also on Facebook. We have meditation, we have mindfulness, we have ecstatic dance, we have sound therapy, we have all sorts of stuff to get. We have art expression. We're soon going to be doing like sober raves where it's getting people. It starts so people can just relax. And then you slowly just let everyone close their eyes and then just start moving. And then you end up, you just dance, and in the end you don't care. You're high on just enjoying yourself. And then the more you do it, the more you start to invigorate that pattern within yourself. And the more other parts to see you being happier without the need of drink, without the need of drugs, without the need of all these outside influences, and you just enjoying being yourself and expressing yourself, the more they start to say, hey, that's working for him, I want to do it. And energetically you will influence them anyway, you can't not, because energetically you're connected with them. So it will inspire and invigorate other people. I've seen it in my own life. I made changes in my own life about 15 years ago. And slowly I used to think I was nuts, or Paul, you're weird, Paul, you're into all this airy-fairy stuff, hippie stuff. Slowly I've seen massive changes of people around me. And then changes they've seen around people around them. You influence people. You really do change everything. As soon as you were born, you changed everything. That's how amazing, how important you are to everything. So if you do really want to, as much as possible, and lose the entanglement of what's been in yourself, lose miseries in yourself, lose anxiety, if you want to get rid of all this nasty stuff and be yourself, be confident, be more inspirational, be more artistic, be more expressionate, be more everything great about being you as much as possible, then I suggest the Positivity Centre, or anywhere in fact that describes that way of life and that way of being self. Go and do it. Go and learn and, or actually unlearn. Go and remember who you are, soul essence, which is you and your state of being, you being you. But it starts off, you need to first sit and just breathe and feel your own breath, feel your own spirit, feel your own consciousness. Give space to yourself and let yourself unfold the way you were born and designed to be. With that, I'm going to say take care. Thank you, Lauren, and this is beautiful.
It is. Thank you, Paul. Hang on. Thank you. Just stay there a sec.
What therapies are available at the Positivity Centre?
With therapies we've got at the Positivity Centre, and we've got a hypnagogic. It's a bit like when you're younger and you've got these kaleidoscopic things. So what it is you're lying down on the bed, and this light, it's like quick pulsing flashes. Its frequencies converted into sound and light. So you've got your eyes closed, light goes through, it's got its optic nerve, that signal to the brain. So it's like hypnotic, but it's absolutely beautiful. And you can put yourselves, there's many different frequencies, energetic frequencies, relaxation frequencies, frequencies to help you feel more invigorated. If it's a lunch thing that you need to just feel more invigorated, it works. We've got testimonials. I've had various people, some people have used it and said their old memories come up and then they fade away. And then at the end of the session they said they had a bad backwind. And the logical conclusion of is the memories that were brought up from the subconscious mind to the conscious mind released the energetic influences which they were feeling in their body. This is one of them, and it has many different effects. Some people feel a state of bliss. Some people feel a sense of high. Some people feel clarity. There's 50 different programs, and there's many more to be made. And alongside that, we have the liquid sound bed, which is it's like a massage table with a heated waterbed on top, and transducer speakers underneath, which gives out the same frequency through a vibration through the bed. This is good for fibromyalgia. Good for post-traumatic stress, good for anxiety, good for pain relief. A friend of mine who's he's a bit of a busker in London, lives out in does a lot of stuff in London basically, a lot of squatting. He's in that sort of lifestyle where he's to do with music, and he lives out a lot. And he suffers with bad blood circulation due to being out in the cold. After 15 minutes of being on this bed, he even noticed that the blood circulation in his feet was a lot better. But this is great for everything. All life is frequency and electricity and vibration. Hence, it's the pre-medicinal thing that we need. It's these elements of life that we need to use. Myself, I do healing. It'll be different types of healing. Sometimes it uses sound to invigorate people. Sometimes I relax people. Sometimes you use different analogies to put people into a lucid state where you can then help them with the information they want you to give them to help remold the way they want to think, to empower them. You've got Cecile, she does Indian head massage. We're also going to have the Shirodhara treatment, which is an ancient Ayurvedic treatment where it's basically a line on the bed and you've got this thin stream of warm oil concentrating coming down the forehead. Very relaxing, very beautiful feeling and experience. We've also got what's the other one, Cecile? The far infrared dome. It's basically like a dome that goes over the body, and it helps It penetrates into everything: bone, blood, marrow, cells, everything. It's a bit like the solar energy of the sun, and also the same energy you get when you're doing healing. And as I've said, healing is just electromagnetic energy. Nothing supernatural about it. It's just very natural. Very, very natural. A lot of stimulus that stops us feeling that and using it. And this bed again works on depression, works on aches and pains, invigorates blood cells. It's great for absolutely everything. So we've got the liquid sound table, the hypnagogic light, Reiki, a lady who does theta healing, which changes mind concepts, oxygen, facial therapy, and oxygen therapy as well, which helps. I think Lauren's had this. It helps it gives you more concentration of oxygen. Where a lot of us, well, stance, basically, where we're not being ourselves, where we don't walk properly, where we're all over the place, we walk with a bit of a swagger. We're thinking all the time. We're not being present. We're not standing properly. We're not holding ourselves properly. We're not eating properly. It's all a symbiotic relationship. Then the blood flow isn't the same. Our breathing isn't the same. We're not taking in as much breath, and the breath is the thing that brings through your life force. So therefore, when you're getting that oxygen therapy, it helps give you what you naturally should be doing anyway. Invigorating and bringing in more breath through proper stance, through proper. When you're relaxed, you're breathing. You breathe a whole lot more deeper. When you're all erratic, when your mind's erratic, you breathe shallow. You're more tense. Your heart's more tense. The chemicals in your body flow a lot more insidiously. So oxygen therapy is something we should be really doing ourselves, but it's there as an aid for people who have erratic lifestyles, corporate lifestyles, people who have to be bang on the ball, people who are, corporate lifestyles is one of the main things where you really have to follow what someone else is telling you. You've got to follow this pressure, you've got to follow this goal, you've got to follow this deal. Most of the time there's no time to be yourself. But there is a space where you can come and do that. The light machine helps you do that. The healing helps you do that. The dancing exercises, the Tai Chi, the meditation, the yoga, everything. All of these things are there to help you relax. Even if you've got a busy lifestyle, as long as you're I can't think of the word. As long as you're putting a bit of time aside to, that's another word that's gone out myself, to counteract it. That's enough, even if it's just 10 minutes a day.
Would you organise away days for companies at all?
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
I'm up for anything. We've got a team of people, we can do anything. It's basically just needing to know time and dates.
Yeah.
We can have things going on at the centre, we can go to places. I'd quite like to get some sort of bus which goes around to corporate places and takes this to them, because I think it's important, because it's corporations that run the planet, to be quite honest, and so they need to be in a harmonious state. They need to feel more. Everyone needs to feel more. The more you feel everything. The more compassion you have. The more you feel and understand what's going on in the world, the more you're aware and concerned for what's happening. So corporations are behind most of things in lifestyle, most aspects of life, so that's a key one. A bit like education, I'd love to go more into schools, because these are the people that are going to be ruling the world in the future, and it's a key aspect that they need to have these. This should be in schools. Schools are concentrating primarily on academic stuff. That's like 10 or 20% of what we're about. Where is the concentration on feeling, on expression, on being yourself? All these massive things, the main things. There's so much pressure in school because no one's allowed to be themselves. I see it all the time with my daughters. So this is one of the main things we need to, all of it's important, but corporate stuff, educational stuff, these are key parts of life that need addressing with this lifestyle and these practices.
Good, right, okay. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you.
I just am in awe of Paul McDonald. I feel that you're just a very, very enlightened person. And I remember I met you just when I was on crutches coming out of the wheelchair.
And I knew that we were going to be working together and we were going to be good friends. We were just connected. But what I'd like to say about the Positivity Centre, because a lot of what we've heard here is about
Sorry guys, I need to get promo in before I put you on to Paul at 12 o'clock. So in order for it to come on properly, I've got to do this promo. I hope you enjoyed that, and please join Paul at 12 o'clock where he does the amazing meditation with you, and I'll be doing it. No, Baba Bertha loves it. Cornay, Cornay. She's always singing it, walking around the house, helping her back. Baba Bertha, she mentioned it. She loves the Cornay. Anyway, moving on to another promo from an amazing actor, Vlad Mladinov, our Nikken Encounters, our beautiful Vlad. Let's watch the promo to his new show, Loving Life, Loving People.
Hi, welcome to our show. Welcome to my show, Loving Life, Loving People with Vlad Freeman. And all right. Hello everyone. This is Vlad Freeman.
Напълнява звъне по никакъв начин да не си личи, че е бременна, защото се ужасява от мисълта как ще приемат родителите, как ще приеме моя баща.
You have nothing. Your first step, so if you get up in the morning and you don't want to do anything, you need a little bit of hope, just a tiny bit of hope. That's it. And then once you get the hope, then the glory can come. You know, but the hope is the next step. And also because in Hebrew, hope is tikva.
I know, darling. Tikva. Yes.
Tikva is the national anthem of Israel. It's a beautiful music, and it means everything to me. Hope means everything. So that's why I took on the name Hope, and then I took on the...
There you go. That's Vlad's show coming up, and that should have been in Bulgarian as well. And it's now 10 to 12. So in order for just very quickly, one more amazing, it's all men populating my TV station here, right? We've got David Elams. David Elams, and he will be on at 2:30. It's all men. The only female that works on Living on TV with me is Pam. But everyone who does programs is, you've got Martin, you've got David, you've got Paul McDonald, you've got Vlad. They're the main ones that do programs. It's all men. Lucky me, eh? Right, here we go. This is David Elam.
Lifestyle. That's basically it. And yoga is the most, I've always said, and for yoga and this book are the two most important things I would say. Power and yoga is what I would say. and nature. It's all important.
There you go. David Elams, Yoga and the Power of Now. Nothing else for autism. And one more extraordinary man, of course, which I can't forget, who's doing everything possible at the moment to help his mum and dad. Here we go. Helps you relax every day, 8 a.m. in the morning and 7:30 p.m. in the evening. From the heart. These people have given from the heart.
Focus your breathing now. Breathing in
breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Now at this particular time, as you're feeling relaxed within yourself, you can also feel yourself transporting to a different scenario.
Right.
So, in your strength, stand, look at what is important to you, your passions, your creativity, your desires, and own it, embrace it, and carry the torch forward. Stand in your truth.
Yeah, because I got the Six of Swords upside down. Same as you.
So it's interesting. In mine, I've got both the King and the Queen of one.
Oh, great. That's amazing. That's a huge new passion, fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming into people and the world. A huge new passion, a huge new fire that's going to be ignited.
It's like the female energy and the male energy are going to come into balance.
Yeah. And that can counteract the sadness, because I got the Five of Cups, and I also got I got indecision. So people getting confused, not knowing which way to go. Shall I go this way? That's an interesting one to tackle. Shall we clarify the Two of Swords? Because the Two of Swords is what holds people back when they've got two ideas and they're not sure which way to go, because they've got one sword that way and, they can't go either way. It's a crossroads. So I'm going to clarify that.
So there you go, just giving you a general idea of what's coming on. I better go, or Paul's program won't come on. I've got 5 minutes to end this. Enjoy the good night. Boba Bert is going to be watching, definitely, and I absolutely love that piece of music. He wrote it on the spot, and he explains everything to you. So enjoy the program, guys. Get well, release all your pain, because you might do. It sometimes happens when you watch Paul McDonald's program. Okay, take care. Love you lots.